A hidden pandemic. Psychological terror in marriages. Psychological terror, also known as emotional abuse, is a lesser understood but equally damaging form of domestic violence. Unlike physical violence, psychological terror leaves no visible marks but can inflict deep emotional wounds. In the context of a bad marriage, it can be an insidious precursor or even a driving factor towards divorce. Okay, let's define psychological terror. Psychological terror is a consistent pattern of behavior that belittles, degrades, or intimidates an individual, causing emotional harm. It's not typically a one-time incident, but a recurring theme. Its impact can be profoundly distressing, often leading to feelings of helplessness, despair, and self-doubt in the victim. Okay, so how can we recognize psychological terror? Recognizing psychological terror in a marriage can be difficult due to its often subtle nature. It can take many forms such as constant criticism, humiliation, manipulation, gaslighting, control over finances, social isolation, and threats. The abuser might use these tactics to exert power and control over their spouse, including fear and undermining their self-esteem. Okay, now let's talk about psychological terror and divorce. In the event of a divorce, psychological terror can be particularly damaging. It can create a power imbalance that influences decision-making in critical areas such as property distribution, spousal maintenance, parentheses, alimony, and child custody. Victims may be afraid to voice their concerns or rights due to the fear instilled by the perpetrator. Okay, so what are the implications of psychological terror? The implications of psychological terror go beyond emotional distress. They can lead to physical health problems such as stress-related illnesses like cardiovascular diseases, insomnia, or chronic pain. Furthermore, the mental health repercussions can include anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and in some cases, suicidal thoughts. Okay, let's talk about legal remedies. In Texas, psychological terror can be grounds for filing a restraining order as part of the divorce or custody lawsuit. In certain circumstances, a protective order might be more appropriate. Emotional abuse is taken seriously in court, especially when it affects the best interests of children involved in the dispute. It's crucial for victims to document incidents of abuse, collect evidence, and seek professional help. In conclusion, psychological terror in a marriage is a form of domestic violence that warrants immediate attention. Understanding its nature, implications, and legal remedies is critical for victims and their allies to break the cycle of abuse. As a lawyer, helping my clients identify and address this form of abuse can make a significant difference in their lives and the lives of their children. If you or someone you know is experiencing psychological terror, don't hesitate to reach out to a legal professional or a domestic violence hotline. Remember, help is available and you don't have to face this situation alone. Thank you for listening.